Welcome back to Improvision Entertainment. My name is Sundermun, and this is Euro Truck Simulator 2. And right now, we're going to be taking some Bronco vans, automobiles, which we did a lot of in American Truck Simulator because they were pretty much the best payout. We're going to be going from Istanbul, where our home warehouse is, and we're going to be going to Bacău, Romania. Let's take a look at our course. Okay, we've got a gray stretch of highway, that's good. A gray on-ramp, that's good. I spent a little time between recordings trying to get some of this road off into orange, and wow, that's going to take a lot of time to do stuff. So I'm going to try and check and see if there are any gray named roads on the side. Okay. I think I may need to go in here to achieve Bucharest. In fact, I know I will because I've got Orange Road here that I've been here before. So let's try and like hit this roundabout and turn around, and we'll see about getting Bucharest as a mark on the map that we've been to. And then Bacău we have not been to. We will do that. So Bucharest is the big one.
Let's do this.
Here we go. Alright, so previously on Improvision Entertainment, I had been talking about Assassin's Creed and like what are my favorite and least favorite overall games in the series. And if you're watching in the playlist, you're like, yes, Hunterman, you were just talking about that. Yeah, but everybody else here on stream...
Turn left.
Where am I going? Is that the gate? Yeah, okay. But everybody else here on stream has had some time where I was like doing some free roaming and stuff like that. Like, you missed out on me having to take out a small loan to refit the truck because being able to haul heavy cargo was not worthwhile with how much I was absolutely unable to maneuver. So I went back and got the next lower, I don't know what they're called, set of wheels. Actually, what does my in-display look like? It looks okay. I have so many gears, so much to do with. Alright, sun is coming up, we have almost a full tank of gas, and we are pretty well rested. So, the question is, have I reached top speed? Do I need to gear up? The answer is probably yes.
Left.
Alright, another side note, actually, this mission is 1,073 remaining kilometers to go. That means by the time I've reached the end of this mission, I will have achieved another chunk of the achievement of doing, of having a vehicle by all 7 brands in the game, and traveling 1,000 kilometers in every one of those trucks that I have by those 7 brands. If I wasn't trying to pay off the loan I had to take out to fix this truck, that would be progress. So, next on the list, I think 5th or 6th from the bottom, I forget how many we're in already. But, it's actually going to be Assassin's Creed Rogue, which is a game I have very fond memories of, but unfortunately those fond memories just aren't doing everything, because I don't actually remember things about the game. It's basically kind of an intermediate step that's running on what is essentially Black Flag's engine, and a lot of it is set more in the cold northern climates. And what really makes the game stand out, actually, is that you're playing as a Templar. And that's pretty good. Templars, in case you aren't keeping track, are the main faction antagonist characters of the entire series. There are brief occasions in which, alliances crop up and situations align to make that so, but largely Templars are the bad guys. And so you actually start the game as an assassin who messes with a piece of Eden by a direction of a higher up assassin who orders them to do so. And when destruction and an awesome escape sequence arise from it, the guy turns away from the assassin's order. And the thing is, he does that, I believe, in the midst of the assassins. I remember one of the early missions of the game is you... Shit. One of the early missions of the game, I'm not paying enough attention to driving. This will be my last of this sitting. One of the earliest missions of the game is you escaping from the plantation house, which is all run down, and your main base in Assassin's Creed 3, which occurs not long after this game does. Yes. Wait, really? Hold on. Yes, not long after this game does. Had to think about that a couple of times. That's one of the other problems with Assassin's Creed, is that the series has like clumps of time period. Rogue goes into Unity directly, which bleeds into the events of 3, and by extension Liberation, and all. Well, I'm sorry. It actually bleeds into Black Flag, which therefore bleeds into the events of 3 and Liberation. Like, timeline-wise, they're all very, very close together. Okay. So, another thing is, there are basically hidey spots in the game that as you are moving through city and doing missions and stuff like that, assassins are actually hiding in the shadows, ready to jump out to shank you or to jump you in certain situations. And that creates unique and interesting gameplay that isn't in other games. Another thing that's in this game that isn't in other games is your ship, which is, other games have ships, especially after Black Flag, but Rogue actually has an icebreaker on the front of the ship because you're in northern locations. And I remember that being pretty cool, both for traversal and doing on-seas water action, stuff like that. I believe I think I have Rogue Remastered now, so I should probably go back and do it. I think, until recently, Rogue was a game I didn't own, and that I had only rented. So, let me see. Yeah, just Rogue's main problem and why it's a little bit lower on this list is because I guess, as much as I remember... Oh, you know what? Actually, here's a good reason for it to be a little bit lower on the list. It has a gameplay feature that is basically tower defense. And I mean that. Like, it's... You're up on a tower. You're setting up towers and attack zones and whatnot. And you are... trying to defend from the assassins who are trying to take back portions of their locations that they had control over that you're now having control over. It's one of the problems with the gameplay features of Assassin's Creed is that sometimes the gameplay takes cues and even improvements on previous gameplay systems because they had them in previous games and wanted to include them, and not because they make any like real narrative sense. And that sucks a lot. Like, I'm glad that I don't think Unity had any boating. I think boats didn't come back again until Syndicate. But, like, if you're gonna make a pirate game set in the Assassin's Creed universe, we'll come up with a different subtitle, first of all. Or pro-title? Whatever is, like, the top title. Have a different one of those. And you could say, set in the Assassin's Creed universe. I mean, okay, as far as I can tell, Watch Dogs is set in the Assassin's Creed universe. Because the main character of Watch Dogs, the first game, kills the CEO guy who's in Paris in Black Flag. Like, there is a mission in Watch Dogs to kill the guy, and in the course of Black Flag, that guy goes off on a retreat or something in Chicago, United States, and doesn't come back. Oh, that's going to be 70. I want to get over for the auto pay. Could you let me over, you jerk hacker? Thank you, jerk hacker. Oh, wait, I probably gotta go through Way Station anyway. Yes, I do have to go through Way Station. And so does this guy. That guy doesn't stop, so why should I? "21 tones." Man, you had the time. Go. You all had the time. Go. Do. So yeah, there's like a tower defense game inside of Assassin's Creed Rogue. I don't remember it being bad like some people described it, but it was a little bland, I guess. Maybe I'll get back to it on stream. I gotta finish Assassin's Creed 1 on stream. Or do I? I don't know if I do. Now we up to them speeds, yo. Oh no, I have to make an off-ramp. Curses is. Wait, I've never gone straight through this intersection? I'm gonna probably have to slow down to 50 just to make it, but,
right,
you know.
and then exit right.
Keeping right and then exiting right.
Exit right. Get ready
Whoops.
to turn right. Turn left.
Turn and left. Yeah, I'm kind of zoning out. Actually, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it to the end of this trip in this sitting, but hey, if you're watching later on YouTube, don't worry about it. We'll get there. I'm going to go for the prerequisite half an hour, which is basically twice as much time as I put in so far. And... hi. Inspect me. Total weight is 21 tons. Wait, is that outer lane for trucks because it is a little wider? Check my documents. Pippa's place. Exclamation point. Papers. Or paper? Oh wait, which is it? I think it's papers. In the chat. I'm good on guess.
Reroute.
X-ray inspection passed. Man, so concerned. So concerned. These are our customs. Please respect them. We come from France. Anyway. Having a nice journey. Just gotta work on that camera. Oh, hold on, 50. Asymmetrical road sizes. Alright, you know what? I don't know what else to say about Rogue. What's next? Ah, yes. Black Flag. A game that most people would put higher on this list. And, again, as I said a while ago, I might change my mind. You know, I'm a person. I'm allowed to have different feelings one time than I have another time. But currently, I'm going to put Black Flag at this point in the list. Now, something I'm going to reiterate that I said a long time ago. Most Assassin's Creed games are pretty good. And most of them fall into the same category of pretty good.
Go straight on.
So, there's going to be a clump of games right around now in this list. Hold on. Right around now in this list. What's happening with this RPM right now? In which, as much as I'm putting them in a particular order, they're all about the same. As far as, like, as what I would rank them as quality. They can be changed up. Other years I would have put Black Flag higher on the list, you know. But the truth is, as I was recalling it, the real trouble with Black Flag is that it's a better it's a better pirate game than it is a Assassin's Creed game. And it also doesn't help that the last generation versions of the game, and by this I mean of its design, not like actually last generation, like, well, actually, I guess at this point I do still mean last generation. I have this thing where next generation is kind of a nebulous concept that I count as now existing and being current generation, basically a year after the launch of the next generation consoles. So even though the PlayStation 5 and Series X are out, I don't consider next gen to be here until this coming fall. So, having said that, it would still be last generation, and by that I mean the PS3 and 360 copies. I originally played it on 360, and I got hung on geometry a lot. And regardless of which version you play, standing around on the ship when you're being boarded and stuff like that is, if you get near stairs, you're gonna have a problem with shanking dudes correctly. So, like, Black Flag isn't a bad game. It's a pretty good game, especially if you play what is now current generation versions of it, so Xbox One or PlayStation 4 copies of the game. And, yeah, it's big, it's open world, it's a whole pirate game, but therein lies kind of the rub, right? Until almost the end of the game, possibly including the end of the game, your main character isn't an assassin. And this would actually be kind of the first time that it happened. I say kind of the first time because, technically speaking, when you start playing Assassin's Creed 3, you are playing as a Templar, but that Templar has all the assassin skills, he has the hidden blades, and he was an assassin and he defected. So, on this occasion, for Black Flag, what I'm trying to say is, you're playing a character who isn't an assassin when you start the game and is debatably an assassin when you finish the game. You don't want this road to be faster getting to the highway? There you go. Okay. Yikes. Pardon me. Let's get up to speed. And honestly, let's start looking ahead for... Yoink? Thought I was going to stop there. Am I literally passing the last rest stop for a little while? Okay, we're going to go to this one. That seems a reasonable distance. Alright. Alright. So. But the pirating in Black Flag is really good. I'm sorry I haven't taken down, I think, any of the legendary ships. But if I play it on stream, sure, I'll do that. Right now, Euro Truck Simulator, American Truck Simulator are where it's at, as far as me playing on stream and getting views. But that doesn't really seem to be the case in this sitting. I clearly did something wrong. Not to go talking shop on you guys, but, I mean, I've been here talking about Assassin's Creed, so you can see about how quiet it has been after Lando was there at the very, very start of stream. Man, I like the power of this vehicle because it really lets me not change gear as often. starting to get that American Truck Simulator feeling from being in places I know. So when I get to the destination on this vehicle, I will have all the mileage I need for this cab, and I will have enough money to pay back the loan I took to fix it up correctly. In the future, probably want to aim at about $250,000 euros. You know what I'm saying? 250,000 monies, zennies, if you will. So many zenny. I'd have real trouble taking these turns at this speed, at this heaviness, if I hadn't taken that upgrade, though. That what you guys missed out there on YouTube, it was me driving around the map, trying to pick up some of that gray map location and turning it orange. And I tell you, wow, the vehicle was not turning like it usually does. Well, let's hope there's no cop around. We're just going to keep going this speed. I'm risking it. Yeah, so that needed to get fixed, and that cost about 48,000 zenny to properly situate. Okay, now I can go 80. So let's do that until the next sudden speed drop, and then the cop will be there to give me a fine. I could have done that better, but I also could not have done that at all if I hadn't fixed the vehicle. Asymmetrical road! I have more of an appreciation for asymmetrical road now that I've driven enough of it. When is rest? 4 hours? I might have my rest stop a little soon, but we'll see what it looks like when I get there. Okay, so yeah, Black Flag is at the time the most gigantic map in the Assassin's Creed series. It's mostly water, but it's got weather effects, and it's got some of the nicest like wave effects. I'm gonna say since Wave Race, Blue Storm, but also not anywhere near the intricacy or quality or physics of that game. But it's really good. It's really solid. Turner into the wave type situations. There's good mechanics there, and they're enjoyable to play. Bombarding dudes, boarding parties, your guys singing shanties and whatnot. Really nice. The assassinating is actually kind of a problem. Like, it's not that great. There is an interesting quirk, though, in addition to John Roberts, which I referred to earlier, the Sage as a new concept in the series. The incarnation of one of the lovers of an Isu many ages before. In addition to that, Kenway, Edward Kenway, your main character, he actually has access to Eagle Vision from the start as a thing that he's always had, that is just like an innate skill that he's had. So what took like training from Altair and tapping into a lifetime of experiences and stuff like that, Edward Kenway just has. And that's something that I didn't like at the time, but, you know, taking it as like a character development type thing, it's kind of interesting. It makes it so that this character is special and unique. Like, his ability to climb is just a part of his innate skill that he has. He says every finger is a fishhook. Loan installments total $1,000-something were paid. Cool. I'm glad that loan is getting paid, thanks. Well,
Get ready to turn left.
we've got enough time left in this trip. We can make this work.
Turn left.
Okay, so we're gonna go over here. We are a little low on gas, so it looks like there was a spill there.
Turn right.
We're a little low on gas, so we're gonna fill up. We're gonna rest, and I am gonna call it for the stream. And for everybody watching on YouTube, we will obviously continue it in the next part of this quote-unquote episode. As that, by the time this is going up, is a thing I am doing now, splitting stuff up into roughly half-hour segments. You will have probably noticed, given the end of last stream, yeah. Alright, here we go. You're getting some rest. Putting it at nighttime, so we're not going to have a lot to see, but we've been here before, so it's okay this time. So I'm going to go over here to save, and I'm going to say... Save game... Night shipment. I know it autosaves, but I like putting a hard save. And on that note, to anybody who is watching later on YouTube, I thank you for watching. I hope that you've had a good time. This has been Euro Truck Simulator 2, presented by Improvision Entertainment. I have been HunterMun, and I will see you in the future when we finish.